I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name. Check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is working. Never stop searching, never quench the thirsty. I'm toxic and psychotic, with this logic you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic. I'm built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing, yeah. I've been doing this, I'm on it. I just wanna be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic, got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah. If I ever play, I want it. You know that I'm always honest. Stay away from those who are toxic. Keep them out your face, no way, you don't want them, yeah. Don't try to drain my energy. The enemy is everything. It's mentally, unhealthily, spreading like a rare disease. But I won't let it get to me. I don't need your therapy. I can leave a legacy of leading by intensity. Come on, we can fight this. Freedom is priceless. Spread just like a virus. Living in a crisis. Do you feel courageous? Do you seek greatness? Trust me, you can take it. Go on and take your aim. Yeah. I'm built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing, yeah.
It's your boy Miguel Z with the Value of Wrestling New Japan Rebound Podcast. I've got a guest for you folks at Stockton Con.
What up, everybody? AJ Kirsch here, the voice and the host of Stockton Con. The value of wrestling is awesome, so subscribe on YouTube. Scan the QR code right here, now. Subscribe, check it out.
There we go.
You'll be glad you did.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, that's what. Hey, man, shout out to Value of Wrestling. I'm right here with the Big O's, San Jose. We gonna shut this shit down. Love and respect, though, right? Value of Wrestling. Hello.
Man, thank you, brother. Thank
It's the Value Wrestling. I'm the big time Mr. Z. We're here with the indie god himself, Matt Cardona. This is real. The Choppy Choppy is about to go down. Let's go. Let's see it. Oh.
This guy just paid me $50. Matt Cardona, check out the Value of Wrestling.
Cool.
Not even live on the mic. I'm not even talking. I'm just sitting here yada yada to myself. Anyways, one of the greatest videos on the Value Wrestling channel, the Choppy Choppy video. Go check it out. I mean, it was a brilliant piece of wondrous magic. Stockton Con was a blast. Thank you, Stockton Con. We can't wait to be with Stockton Con and winter in February this year. We'll see about Lodi Comic Con, but Stockton Con, what a fun experience this is. This is a huge event. This year they came out big. Sting, Kevin Nash. And, of course, the indie god Matt Cardona. And then on Sunday, they had the Godfather, but we didn't go Sunday. We need to go next year. Next year, we might go 2 days. One day with everybody, and then one day just me and the big man here and do a full, real coverage and dive in deep in it and break it down for you. SPW was there. What a fun time. I know we talked about it yesterday, but he's like, quit talking about Stockton Con, but we had a blast. And you know what? When we sit here and we talk our smack, and I know we sat here and we said we were going to go on Twitter and we were going to do everything to beat Matt Cardona, and we are going to get what was really a joke. And honestly, it was a joke in the beginning. It was a ha-ha. then Mr. Z's like, I'll do it. And, mad respect that he took that chop like a champ. But, there's something that's just crazy. You can talk about doing something, but it actually just comes together without. I guess the big surprise was it wasn't a lot of effort. We just said, hey, we've been asking you, we want to do this. And he was like, okay, $50. And we're like, okay. And we did it. And we were just, we were reminiscing. We were talking about it. We were just stuck in awe because it was so organic. It just happened. And it was just a beautiful moment. And even after it was said and done, it was still a surprise to us that, we talked about it. We said we'd do it. And we love doing what we're going to say. We're not afraid to go out there and making moves. But, I mean, it's just when something you're saying is going to happen, you pull it off. And it was really just, it just fell into place. It was timing. It was being there at the right time. And it was a crazy experience. And there was a news channel 26 out of Tracy, we believe. If they find us, can we find out what footage you have? We'd love to see what their footage. If anybody knows where the channel 26 Tracy footage of Stockton Con is, they were doing an interview with Matt Cardona. They were picking up and leaving when we asked, and they're like, "See, we told you somebody wanted to do it," because they had seen Twitter, it on the notes on Twitter that people wanted to get chopped by Matt Cardona. I guess this is a big thing. This all started because I saw a video where he chopped somebody on his birthday, and so it was like, okay, we're gonna do it, and they heard about it. And so they even filmed it, and they've got footage of it somewhere. We'd love to see their footage of this angle because,
I mean, other than that, like if anybody out there that was at Stockton Con, if you talked to us, you've seen us there. If anybody has footage out there, please let us know. I mean, we want to see your points of view too. I mean, we were in awe the whole time, so I mean, our brains were foggy, but we'd love to see what they got.
But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we are here to talk about Monday Night Raw. This is your post-show. Tensions running high. Everybody out looking for a fight. What a damn good show it turned out to be. A good, solid show for this Monday Night Raw. Sorry, I had a flashback back there. Still having ripple effects after the long celebration of Stockton Con.
Oh, yeah.
Not only did Mr. Z get choppy, but man, I'll tell you what, we had a workout. We ran up and down stairs like we was in the gym walking the stair machine. MJF, I think, said he was on the Stairmaster for 2 hours. I think we did about the same at Stockton Con because we were playing hide and go seek with our buddy AJ Kirsch throughout the whole day. We kept trying to hunt him down, find him. And it was fun. We had a great time with AJ. We thank you, AJ, for the time you spent with us. We appreciate everything you're doing. We can't wait to get with you and do that sit-down interview. Matt Cardona, we appreciate you doing what you did for a small channel like us, regardless if we paid him. And I'm not going to hide that fact. Yeah, we paid $50 to get chopped. But, I mean, it's still, he did it. He agreed to it. He gave us a shout-out. He made it look great. And it was beautiful. We saw Kevin Nash, and we saw Stinger, of course, which was excellent. We saw other friends that we've made connections with that as we develop and grow, we'll bring more information about them in the near future. And we got the connections with SPW. We're about to blow up SPW across this area. Sacramento, Elk Grove, Value Wrestling's coming into your neighborhood to help promote SPW. Northern California, independent wrestling's going to get red hot. We're probably going to be jumping into the Bay Area pro wrestling scene real soon. We heard that there's a show here local to us, in a little town called Ceres that we may try to push into if we can get there. There's another company we are about to get some information from too, and we also have a lead on a show possibly in Merced. And we've got the working ends with the bro of men, the brosuf, Joe Brody. We got connection with him, so a lot of things are going to happen. I'm promising you. Summer is getting hot, and so is the Value Wrestling, and we're going to carry it through the winter, and we're going to make moves, buddies. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get excited. But let's get into this Monday Night Raw review. A good, solid show. It's the continuation of the Liv Morgan Revenge Tour. Mommy's back. We get a recap of all that's going down. Rhea is standing. We are live. Rhea Ripley uses the elevator. We walk with her as she gets off into the gorilla, and Mommy is in the middle of the ring as the Mommy chants ring out. Rhea Ripley is here. She says, "Mommy's home." Too much love. It's been exactly 3 months since she's been in the ring, and it's all because of one person. She's been watching Liv run around with something of hers, and it's not Dom. She'll handle him later. No, it's something that she's never lost, and that's the Women's World Championship. Liv thinks she's took Rhea out, but all she did was piss Rhea off. She wants her to walk out here so Rhea can rip her apart. But we get Dominic Mysterio. Instead, he is out with a mic and a black rose. She's going full Guerrero. He even calls her Mamacita. Yes, this transition, the look, the words. We're getting China and Eddie Guerrero. All we need is the light sheet steel stuff coming down, and I think we're getting there. I can't wait to see where this goes. The day of our lives, what Mr. Clarke loves more than anything. This Days of Our Lives soap opera stuff is getting better as each day goes by. Rhea turns her back on Dom. Liv shows up on the Titantron, says she's a screamer, and she moans a lot. She says her shoulder is fine compared to Rhea's, all because of the title. She thinks that by now that Rhea knows she meant it when she wanted to take everything, including Dom. She must admit she didn't see what Rhea saw in him at first, and then she got to spend a little time with him, look into his eyes and kiss him, and it all became very, very real to her. More real than what they had, and since Rhea's been gone, she's had him all to herself. But when Mommy might be home, Liv is finally on top. And of course, that has brought a new Liv Morgan shirt where it says Liv is finally on top. So if you want a new Liv Morgan shirt, there's a great one. I would almost buy it, but I don't want black shirts right now. If it was winter, maybe I'd be more interested in it. Dom says it's not what it looks like, but the crowd doesn't want to hear it. Rhea ignores Dom and addresses Liv, saying she knew Liv would be too afraid to face her because she knows once Liv gets in the ring, the revenge tour ends. Rhea waited 3 months for this. She can handle a little bit longer, so she set out a challenge for SummerSlam. Rhea Liv for the Women's World Championship. Liv says she's always knew this was coming, so she won't run, but she's not the same Liv that Rhea knew before. Just like she helped Dom beat Ray, something that Mommy couldn't do, she'll finally beat Rhea too. So she accepts. Oh, and Dom, she hopes to see him there too. Rhea knows Liv is still listening because she cut off and went away. So she'll say this, SummerSlam, she's not only ending the tour or the title reign, but she is going to end Liv's career. Dom holds open the rope for Rhea. Rhea just stands there staring at him until he gets up and lets her crawl out of the ring on her own. Great segment. I don't know what you can say about it. It was entertaining. It was great value. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Still waiting to see what Mr. Clarke has to say about it.
Yeah, no. Oh, man, but he's not here. Mr. Clarke, where are you, brother?
He's still suspended. He's still suspended from broadcasting.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I mean, if he wants
right.
to say something.
But no, that was a
yeah.
great opener. Oh, is he in there? No, he's not in there. Come on, Mr. Clarke. Don't play. But no, it was a great segment. I mean, you can't help but get excited over the whole thing.
Yes.
If you love drama, this was it. If you my wife sat there and said it too. She goes, "Now I know why this is better. The storytelling is better."
Yes.
And she couldn't. She was like, she goes, "I didn't get to watch the Eddie and China thing like you."
Yeah.
And she goes, "It doesn't hit me as hard as in the nostalgia like it did you." And I was like, I was excited. I was stuck to the TV the whole time during this segment. So good job on them. I'm looking forward to seeing what will happen going forward.
Drew McIntyre arrived earlier. And he seemed very pleased with himself as he was walking into the entranceway. Drew McIntyre here. Will his suspension be lifted? We're going to find out later in the show. We are back, and Dom is following Rhea towards the locker room. She opens the door, and there's a bouquet of flowers. She asks, "What the hell is all of this?" Then slams the door. Here comes Damian Priest to ask if everything's okay. Rhea opens the door and tosses the flowers at him, then slams it again. Dom tells Priest it appears more complicated than he thought. The fun of the night, all the moments of tonight, and it just gets better on each level. They added a level, and it just made it so much more fun.
Priest comes off as like Big Brother who just caught the little brother get busted doing dirt.
Oh, he set him up too. Anyways,
yeah.
Our opening match was Sheamus versus Bronson Reed. This was a solid match with two big men, and of course, Mr. Z had to point out the big meat sign in the audience. You know, he's always excited when meat. He's the only person who can be watching the Raw on TV, and there's a match going on in the ring, and he notices the meat sign.
It was dead center. You couldn't miss it.
I didn't see it because I wasn't paying attention to that center. I was watching the action in the ring.
Hey, talk to one of the broadcasters. And he was the one that brought it up first. And then my wife seen it. And then she was like, oh, look, there's a meat sign. I'm like, all right.
And then you brought it to everybody else's attention. You didn't stop it because you knew it said meat. You got giggles. Look, you giggle right now.
Look at the meat.
Meat. Slap that meat. Beat that meat. Slap that meat. Beat that meat. Look how red he's turning, ladies and gentlemen. Over meat beating and meat slapping, he turns so red it's not even funny. And then here in a little bit, his weenie's going to come in and he's going to start stroking his weenie. So, I mean...
No, she's not in here. She's in there with her mom. She didn't want to come in here today.
Oh,
that's the old man. He's over here chilling.
He doesn't get any weenie stroking, so he's got to get excited about meat beating and meat. Anyway, Sheamus gets a huge win over Bronson Reed here. After the match, Bronson Reed is up. He sees Sheamus is celebrating. He looks to attack, but out of nowhere, Pete Dunne runs in and stops Reed from a running attack. Sheamus turns and asks him what's wrong with Pete. Dunne leaves the ring and stares down Sheamus like last week. Sheamus turns, and then Pete Dunne runs back into the ring and attacks Sheamus. Dunne then leaves, leaving Sheamus laying on the ground so Reed could creep up to the top rope and hit a beautiful tsunami. So Sheamus won the match. But Bronson Reed came out looking dominant as he left Sheamus flat on his back in the middle of the ring. Good, solid match. What's going on with Pete Dunne and Sheamus is going to be interesting. Can't wait to get some more insight on what's going on there. Pete Dunne just became a heel. He got booed out of the building big time.
We got to remember, too, Pete Dunne started as a heel, but, I mean, if we're going back to Pete Dunne, I'm fine with that. I really hope they don't incorporate this Butch storyline. Like, don't call him that. I'll be fine. They could go back as far as them hanging out.
I don't think they're going to call him Butch.
Don't call him Butch.
I don't think they're going to call him Butch. Sheamus might call him Butch, and that might be part of the key. He wouldn't even call me by my name,
right.
And, you know, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Anyways, from there, we're backstage where Judgment Day is playing games. Priest and Rhea are chatting. Rhea thanks him for keeping it all together and asks if he needs help out there with Gunther. He says no. Rhea then wonders why Carlito is there, and Priest is about to explain, but in comes Dom. Dom asks for a minute alone with Rhea. Priest wishes him luck and leaves. Rhea pulls apart the rose as Dom says he's been trying to get a hold of her all week. Rhea wonders about it says, all week? All week? What about the last 3 months? And then she leaves. Backstage, Sami Zayn has some words with Ilya Dragunov, the Mad Dragon. Sami tells him that he requested a match with him for the title. Ilya is good. He reminds Sami of himself. When his hair is a mess, his body is a wreck. When his hair is a mess, his body's a wreck. It's ugly. Ilya fights like his life depends on it, and that's the best. That's the kind of person Sami wants to give a shot to. But one thing tonight, Ilya better bring his best. And Ilya tells Sami, you better do your same. Great segment here as we're getting an Intercontinental title match in the main event. Ilya Dragunov versus Sami Zayn. We get a video package for Gunther. Making Gunther look really good. Selena was back.
I was gonna say,
but
we'll talk about Ilya for a second. How strong this man is. There's been multiple video packages, even leading up to this, of him doing a one-armed push-up with a 45-pound weight on his back. Like, bro, for a little man, this got some. He could definitely hold his own. He comes off extremely, just, I don't even know how to say it, just aggressive. And it's great.
Would you say he's stronger than Matt Cardona?
I don't know if I want to take a chop from a man across the pond. I heard they're pretty bad.
Ilya Dragunov, will you be the next man that'll chop Mr. Z? We're going to take Mr. Z. Oh, wait, WrestleMania weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, if you go to the GoFundMe page, if you go into the link in the description below, you can figure out where our GoFundMe is. Help us go to WrestleMania so we can take a page out of the Jeff Cobb book, but we're going to do a world tour. It's going to be the Choppy World Tour for Mr. Z. We will honestly take him to Vegas. We will make this happen. We will see how many people we can get to chop him. WrestleMania weekend. Let's make it happen. Send the Value Wrestling, Send the Value Wrestling to WrestleMania weekend. We will do the Choppy Choppy World Tour with Mr. Z. And if he does that, I will make sure Marty Richards is there to help set it all up. We will take a world tour with Marty Richards, the Choppy Choppy World Tour, Mr. Z's World Tour of Choppy Choppy. This could be something to go down in the history books.
Well, Marty, here's my question. Will Marty pick out a new shirt for that weekend?
Oh, Marty will come decked to the teals. We'll get a new shirt for him for sure, yes. We're going to make... Oh,
Ping! My dude!
Freaking Ping! Yes! Welcome to the show, Jane freaking Ping. Hey, Mr. Jane freaking Ping, if you could donate to the GoFundMe for the Value of Wrestling, links in the description below, so we can take Mr. Z on the Choppy Choppy World Tour, WrestleMania weekend, Las Vegas, Nevada. We are going to be there. Actually, it's Paradise Camp, Nevada. But anyways, we're going to be down there, Allegiant Stadium, WrestleMania 41. And the Value Wrestling is going to have the Miguel Z Choppy Choppy Tour. And then maybe we'll make enough money. We could go, we'll go talk to some of the AEW guys. Maybe we'll let Will Ospreay give you a choppy choppy.
Don't disgrace my chest like that.
I didn't say we let Tony Khan give you a chop. No, you know what? I know. We're going to you could do the Choppy Choppy World Tour, and then we're going to set up Mr. Clarke in a one-on-one match with Tony Khan because of what Tony Khan does to his wifey, his mommy, which we'll get to talk about later. I think Mr. Clarke might be down for that match to beat some Tony Khan. Now, anyways, we had the video package with Gunther. We were backstage with Jackie and Selena Vega. She is still owed a title shot when the group that everybody's calling many names. I'm not going to repeat this one. Somebody called them at one point the Bang Bang Scissor Gang in a whole new way. But well, this guy wrote the Scissor Sisters.
Oh.
Anyways, Shayna Baszler, Sonya Deville, and Zoe Starks, this new group come out, and Selena gets a crack at Sonya Deville, and so they're going to have a match. Anyways, we get Selena Vega versus Sonya Deville. Sonya corners a Vega. Vega hops up. Sonya catches her, but Vega hits a takedown drop kick to get Sonya into the position for a 619. For a 619 for Vega. Zoe distracts the ref, and Shayna grabs Vega by the arms and gives her a sidekick. Deville hits the advocate and finishes Vega for the 1-2-3. Sonya Deville in less than a minute. And then the beatdown immenses, which brings out Lyra Valkyria, Kaden Carter, and Katana Chance. So, building this whole feud of nonsense.
Oh, yeah.
The nicknames that the team of Sonya Deville, Shayna Baszler, and Zoe Starks are getting is a little over the top.
Just a little, and then don't get me wrong. I enjoy the party, the after party, which is Katana and Kate Carter, but don't ruin the mystique of Valkyria, please. Just don't ruin it.
Anyways, one of the fun moments of the night happened after this. As we were walking backstage, Jamie Priest is walking down the hallway, very happy with himself when he gets stopped by Dom, who asked Priest why didn't he warn him about Rhea returning last week. And Priest says, this is all Dom's fault for lying about everything. Except main event Jey Uso, who has a question that everybody wants to know. And he wants to know, is it true? Is it true? Is it damn true? Is Mommy single? Is she ready to mingle? Priest says, maybe. I don't know. Jey then tells Dom to see if if he sees Mommy, to tell her. He said, hi. How you doing? Jey Uso making moves towards Mommy. Priest reminds Dom that he's been to prison. And then after Jey walks away, Priest looks at Dom and goes, you've been to prison. You got to show Jey who Rhea belongs to. You can't let him talk about Mommy that way. And Dom says he's right. He's going to take care of business right now. Priest setting up Dom is the greatest stuff in this whole scenario. It's just you can't get any better than what's going on here. Jey Uso out here like, hey.
Oh. Man,
It's just
I like I said, it was great. It's just so entertaining. I mean, just you're watching it the whole time. You're not realizing that the time is going by pretty fast.
no. This is a great show.
but
This is a
man.
damn good show. The entertainment in the middle of all this just kept you laughing and rolling every step of the way. And this Priest and Dom and Jay Uso being like, "So mommy's single," and you're just like, "Wow, this is great stuff." Anyways, Adam Pearce is backstage with some refs. In comes Chad Gable, and he has a major announcement. Chad Gable has figured it out, ladies and gentlemen. He has cracked the code. He has solved the greatest mystery in WWE. He has solved it all, ladies and gentlemen. He's figured it out. In case you haven't figured it out, he's figured it out for sure, and he has a major announcement. He has figured out who Uncle Howdy is, and it's Bo Dallas. And he knows that Pierce had a meeting with Bo Dallas last week, and he wants all the skinny. He wants all the information. He wants to know what that they talked about. Pierce tells Gable that Bo is here tonight. If Gable wants to handle things, Gable says he will. He's calling out Bo Dallas tonight, and he's going to handle things his way. So Chad Gable announcing that Bo Dallas and Uncle Howdy are one and the same, in case you've been under a rock, and now he's going to go call out Bo Dallas.
I mean, Chad Gable comes out with that. It kind of reminds me of the comedic sleuths, your crime bandits.
It's good. I'm glad
your crime investigate.
I'm glad we have
act like that, and yeah.
I'm glad we have Chad Gable. Maybe he can figure out who's behind GTV. Maybe he'll be able to solve that one next. Hey, Chad, you figured out who Uncle Howdy is. Let's see if you can figure out who was behind GTV this whole time.
It was me. It was all me. It was me all along.
Jin freaking Ping, very talky tonight. Today, Tony Khan called me and said that he would sign Chinese basketball player Yao Ming. Yao Ming is all elite. Chinese basketball superstar Yao Ming is coming to AEW next week. Well, thank you for the breaking news, Mr. Jin freaking Ping. It seems that Tony Khan...
Hey, Ping, got a question. Are we going to get Shaq versus Yao Ming?
Well, now it's all elite, so we'll have to ask Tony Khan that question. But Mr. Jing freaking Ping is breaking the news, letting us know that Tony Khan personally called him about getting together and signing Yao Ming. Yao Ming is all elite, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're excited because, we here at the Value Wrestling are very excited to see Yao Ming step into a wrestling ring to take on Satam Singh in the Battle of the Giants. And I'm sure what'll be a electric chair, explosive steel cage type of match. Let's make it a super. Well,
and if they can find Paul White, Paul
White has been announced. Paul White is no longer All Elite. Paul White, as contract has ended or is coming to an end with All Elite professional wrestling, and he will no longer be there. So unless they're going to sign Captain Sano.
You told me not to ever bring that up, but I was just saying we can use him as special guest referee.
But anyways, yes, we can now get excited. Yao Ming versus Saddam Singh with the Great Khali. And maybe they'll reach way back and bring back the Yeti.
Oh, damn. Or the zombie. Or the mummy. I mean,
maybe Triple H will let Tony Khan borrow Omos. Then you can have, Saddam Singh, Omos, and Yao Ming.
Where is Omos?
We don't know. We don't care. Do you want him on your TV?
Okay.
Do you want Omos on your TV?
No.
Okay.
I'll take. We got MVP on the TV.
I'll take Omos over Saddam Singh, but no, I'm not really wanting to see Omos.
Well, yeah,
on my
that
TV.
I could.
But yes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Jin freaking Ping, for breaking the news right here on the Value Wrestling. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Yao Ming is all elite. And if you don't know who Yao Ming is, we'll tell you like Tony Khan would. Go Google it.
Yeah.
Yao Ming. Jin Ping says Yao Ming is all elite. So a Ping made a Ming, a Ping told a Khan about a Ming. A Ping told a Khan about a Ping. I think that's how that goes, right? No. A Ping told a Khan about a Ming. Yes, a Ping told a Khan about a Ming. Da-da-da.
Bada bada bing.
Bada bing, bada boom. Realest guys in the room. How you doing? Anyways, back to Monday Night Raw. Priest is in the ring. He
The
calls
tree
out.
trunk.
Don't forget about the stump. You know, the Cobb salad. And don't forget to throw out your bad apples so they don't rot the rest of the apples. Hi, guys.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to Monday Night Raw. Priest is in the ring. He calls out Gunther, who comes out quickly. Gunther introduces Priest as the World Heavyweight Champion, saying he looks so confident. He's been carrying Raw and living out his childhood dream of being the World Heavyweight Champion. Gunther's been watching. He's made his own assessment and wants to share that now. Priest is not living up to it. His reign has been nothing. No prestige, no contribution, but he understands. It's okay. They're not cut from the same cloth. He comes in good spirits and wants to do a favor. He'd like to lift the weight off the shoulder and spare the embarrassment. Just hand him the title now and they can move on. Priest wishes it was SummerSlam now so he could knock that stupid smirk off of Gunther's face. We all heard him. This was never his dream. While he was getting everything handed to him in Europe, Priest was literally fighting for his life in the streets. He did that for 20 years, so if this isn't Gunther's dream, he don't need to be they don't need him here. He knows Gunther is good, but he doesn't give a damn. He earned the title, and Gunther is the last person around here that will be taking his title. This is a concussion choice. This is a conscious choice.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Jen freaking Ping telling us it's a conscious choice. I don't know. I guess Tony Khan made a conscious choice. I don't know. That's a very interesting statement. Anywho. Uh-oh.
Wait. We got another one.
Oh.
Forbidden Door 3.0.
Well, didn't we have... Wouldn't it be Forbidden
Mr.
Door
Ping.
3.1? Because we had Forbidden Door 3.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it would be 3.5 or something. I don't know. Oh, well, I guess you guys wouldn't know anything past Internet Windows 3.0, so, okay, makes sense.
Okay.
Anyways, Gunther says he recognizes Priest's hardship. He will not question Priest's street cred, but being on the streets is a choice. Don't blame him that his parents taught him wrong. Gunther's parents provided him with everything. His greatness was recognized his whole life, so while Priest was on the streets, Gunther got the calls from WWE begging him to sign a contract. The reason they were begging him was to avoid people like Priest being able to call themselves champion. Once again, it will be on Gunther, because who, if not him, that takes on the challenge and the responsibility to restore honor and prestige to this great sport in the World Heavyweight Championship. There's one thing he doesn't understand, why all these people don't love him to death, because they are just like Priest. Whatever he achieves, Priest is and always will be street trash. Priest questions this and says, for someone who seems to have so much clarity, it's crazy that he can't see what's going on coming right at him. He doesn't see why he lost his title at Mania. It's why he will lose at SummerSlam. He has no heart. He doesn't know what it feels like to have to fight for everything he has. Priest tells Gunther that he will remain champion come SummerSlam, and for the first time, Gunther will have to fight from the bottom because he will have nothing. Then maybe they will find out if Gunther is something more than just a boring, conceited, privileged scumbag. They go head-to-head. Priest looks to fight, but here comes Braun Strowman. Gunther laughs it all off. That's the dude who thinks it's a train coming. Oh, it's as Braun Strowman comes down to the ring, and Jen freaking Ping. The latest news, this is coming from Jen freaking Ping. The latest news is that the WOW, is that Wakuzi? Will land next week. Will land next week's AEW with Yao Ming.
Oh.
The Wu Yanzi. Is that the Wakuzi?
Okay.
Is that what that is?
I
don't know.
I think so. I can't tell.
I guess. Latest news is that Wu Yanzu will land next week. Week's AEW with Yao Ming. I don't know. Somebody's coming with Yao Ming at Dynamite. Is this Dynamite 250? So you're talking about this coming Dynamite this week or next week's Dynamite? Or 250 or 251, Mr. Jin freaking Ping. Thank you for making tonight entertainment. Anyways, Braun Strowman comes down.
Mm-hmm.
Understage is backstage with Jay and tells him Jay will be fighting Dom. Jay says, sounds fun. In comes Braun Breaker to Eric regarding the main event. Braun says if he continues to be disrespected, he'll just interrupt the match and beat down on everyone involved. Pierce says that won't be happening. He will be escorted out of the building. Braun says he knows his way out. Pierce tells some security to make sure he leaves, so they will undoubtedly not do that, which is true. Which is damn true. Good segment here, continuing the story between Braun Breaker, Ilya Dragunov, and Sami Zayn, and the Intercontinental title.
Yeah.
Damian Priest versus Braun Strowman. A decent little match here. Braun slams Priest. Priest is up with a kick to the head, though. Another off the ropes. Braun catches him, tries for a power slam, but Braun knees buckle, splash in the corner. South of heaven to Braun. Yes, Damian Priest hit the South of heaven. The match ended at 8 minutes, 11 seconds. Damian Priest with a big win here. After the match, Gunther is back. He walks down a ramp and walks up the steps onto the apron and walks in after being invited by Priest. Gunther with the chop. Priest hits him with an elbow. Stomp in the corner. Right hand to Gunther. Gunther with another chop. Priest with a huge clothesline, and Gunther leaves the ring. So a lot to break down there.
Yeah.
But Damian Priest gets a big win over Braun Strowman. So.
Yeah, I mean, a clean win. Well, I'll take it.
Anyways, backstage we see Maxine, Akira Tozawa, and Otis. They are chatting as Gable snoops around the corner like a creepy perp. Gable is seen creeping around behind him. Of course, he walks around the corner and tells his former friends that he has figured it out. Uncle Howdy is Bo Dallas. Even Maxine says, yeah, we know that. So even Maxine is a super sleuth and figured this all out. Maybe she'll figure out who's behind GTV.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what GTV is, you got to go back in time. Back in time.
Yeah.
Go figure it out. Go Google it. Go Google it. Google it. Google it. Google GTV WWE. Anyways.
And then
Gable says,
enjoy the laughs.
Yes. Gable says, let's go out there like the old days. And here comes Xavier Woods. And Maxine says, we weren't talking about you, Chad. We were talking about helping out Woods. And they told Woods that Akira Tozawa and Otis will help Xavier Woods next week against the Final Testament. And Gable asks if they are serious. And Otis says, yes.
Yeah.
Good little segment here, setting up everything. Everything came together really pretty tonight with that. We'll talk more about that as that comes around. Anyways, it's time for the Bang Bang Scissor Gang. I mean, Shayna Baszler and Zoe Starks. I wonder if the Bang Bang Scissors can call up the Scissor Ace. Presidente son, Tanahashi. Maybe he can manage him.
Oh no!
The Scissor Ace can stand behind the scissoring sisters. Hey, this is what other people come up with. I mean, hey,
I'm telling you, we got to watch what we say because this is gonna kicked off air if you think about it.
I'm not adding anything to it. I'm just saying what other people put out there in the world.
The Bang Bang Scissor Gang. Okay,
just kind of laughed off. You got the Bang Bang Scissor Gang, managed by the Scissor Ace.
I will never. I already don't watch it, but now I'm really every time I hear it, I'm just gonna laugh.
Anyway, Shayna Baszler and Zoe Starks pulling off a big win here as Chance runs into the ring cover for Shayna 1-2 no. Tag to Zoe, missile dropkick. Zoe launches Chance into a knee from Shayna, and we get a cover for 1-2-3. Shayna's Baszler and Zoe Starks, 9 minutes 50 seconds. A good, decent match here, getting a nice win. Lots of fun here. Backstage, Finn Balor and JD McDonough want to set the record straight with Rhea. Rhea says it's all good. They're like, we know Liv helped us win the title. She's like, no, that's okay. That's okay. In walks Dom to tell Rhea that he's going to teach Jay a lesson tonight. Rhea wonders if he's stupid and why he's picking a fight with Jay. John then says, okay, well, I'll go cancel the match. Then Rhea tells him, are you a coward? And Dom says, no, I want everyone, he just wants everyone to know that she is still his mummy and she belongs to him. Rhea takes major offense to this and storms out of the locker room. The boys sort of look at him as Carlito walks up and goes, man, dude, that's not cool. Carlito comes by and tells him how cool it is. No, he didn't tell him how cool it was. He said that was not cool. No. Get your writing right, Mr.
That's not cool. Yeah, that's not cool.
That's not cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is the hot point of the night. Everybody was wondering what was going to happen because here came Drew McIntyre making his entrance. Pierce stood in the ring. He also brought the two referees that Drew McIntyre had attacked after Money in the Bank So they're at ringside with Mr. Pierce. He tells Drew he thinks Drew versus CM Punk could be something special. He knows that Punk is at home right now, and he's doing all he can to get cleared because he wants the match. The only question is simple. Drew McIntyre, how bad do you want this match? Drew says he wants this more than anything in the world. Good, says Pierce. He thinks it could be special. They need to leave the irrational behavior behind him. If he can do that, Pierce is ready to do business. Drew says he's ready to do business. He gets it. He understands that Adam did what he needed to. Last week, he had to watch Punk and Seth in the ring. He wants this more than anything. It's not their opinion that matters, though. It's the WWE Universe. Do they want it? Let's make it official, says Drew. Pierce says there's one thing he needs, though. Pierce asked a couple referees to step into the ring. Pierce knows what happened at Money in the Bank was uncalled for, but they did not deserve what happened to them. Pierce wants Drew McIntyre to apologize to these two refs. Drew wonders why he should apologize. Pierce tries to reason with him and says they deserve the respect. Drew says at this point it's kind of embarrassing. Let's move forward. Pierce says he's not unreasonable. The refs got hurt. It's just asking for an apology. That's it. Drew considers it. He walks over to them and then says no. The refs have only ever screwed him. This has all happened under Pierce's watch. Pierce deserved the elbow. Pierce should be apologizing to him right now. Should be on his knees. The fans that chant CM Punk, they should be apologizing on their knees to him. Seth thinking he could skip the line. He wants Punk's head on a spike. Everyone is trying to screw Drew and he's sick of it. Pierce says if he doesn't accept it, then he is still suspended. And Mr. Clarke,
All right, like
you're still suspended.
I was waiting for that.
So there you go. So he's still suspended. Drew is fuming. He turns. He goes after the ref, and immediately he stares down Pierce and then walks over to him. Drew shoves one ref, then the other. He gets in Pierce's face, but here comes Seth freaking Rollins running down the ramp to tangle it up with Drew. So we're gonna have to wait and see what that means in the big spill of things. Is CM Punk going to be cleared for SummerSlam? Are we going to get Drew versus Seth for SummerSlam? I hope we don't get Drew versus Seth versus CM Punk at SummerSlam. That would be a little too chaotic. Maybe we're going to get Seth and Drew at SummerSlam first, just because CM Punk isn't cleared. I think Bad Blood is maybe where we'll see this Drew CM Punk match, but we'll have to wait and see. But good stuff here.
I'll take it.
Drew storms off
Oh,
with security walking him out. He slaps the fan sign down and leaves the arena.
Well, I mean, until we know further notice if Punk's cleared, I mean, I'm okay if we do get that, and if we have to wait until Bad Blood. I mean, what
There
a
you go.
perfect storm to end this on.
Did you say storm? Because there's a storm coming, and Jake Cargill has arrived at WWE. Anyways, we see a video package for the Pat McAfee show was hijacked earlier today, and another box was delivered directly to Pat McAfee on the Pat McAfee show. And we have another tape. And this, if you thought the tapes with Bo Dallas and Uncle Howdy were good, this one, if you were a Bray Wyatt fan, if you were a Brody Lee, Luke Harper fan, if you were a Wyatt family member fan, if you were a Firefly, if at any time you knew anything about this, tonight was not only just some of the best that you got, and probably some of the best storytelling that included Eric Rowan. This thing about rips your heart out. This was one of those things where this could have made girl men cry because it was real. And I'm telling you, it was real because you could see, I don't think Eric Rowan was totally faking this. I think he was really digging into those raw emotions, and we saw real emotions from this man tonight. We see a grainy footage of Eric Rowan sitting in a seat. He is asked how he's been. Rowan says the last few years have been very hard. He used to have a family. They were unstoppable. Always had each other's back. Then one day the whole world changed. He lost a brother. The person in this world who believed in him more than anyone, gone. Knocked him on his ass. And in those situations, you get up and wipe off the dust and keep moving. That's what you got to do. Life goes on. And just when he thought he had everything together, other brother. This is when Rowan started crying, because we're talking first about Brody Lee passing away. And then when we got into the Bray Wyatt, he really started to cry and almost lost it here. I said he was gone too. He had no more family, no more will. He fell down a well and couldn't get out and didn't want to. Why? Why would he want to? He felt catatonic, numb to everything. Who's going to miss him? He's just Rowan. How does that make him feel? He was asked. He was then tossed the old goat mask from the former Wyatt days. We get scenes cutting back to those old days. He says the mask gives him hope. When he has his lowest, he's reached out. When he was at his lowest, he reached out and pulled him up. When he saw the hand, he accepted it. He needed help. He had a purpose to help those like himself. This mask reminds him of the beacon of hope. They're going to take the broken hearts and make some beautiful art. Screen goes black and the scary face pops up on the screen, and we get another video package that's just like made you feel a million things in a very short time. That felt like forever, but it was a very short video package, obviously, but it felt like it was just... Time stopped when this video package came on because they started talking about Brody Lee and Bray Wyatt, real emotions, and Eric Rowan just being natural. Like, there wasn't this gimmick aspect. It was just like him being the man, and you just fell into it, and you're just like, this shit is freaking good. This shit is good. It's good. I don't know what to tell you.
There's no words that can describe the emotion it draws out of the fan who's watching, especially fans like us who've watched all of it. Fans like my daughter, she texted me, she was in tears. So I mean, it draws out so much. I'm looking forward to who is next they talk to, because I cannot wait to hear.
Well, I can't wait to see what they're going to do with Joe Gacy and
Loomis and Cross.
Yes, and Cross. Yeah, what their stories are going to be. How this is all going to play out. Are we going to get more from Harper? Or Rowan, excuse me. Are we going to get more from Rowan? Are we going to get another video of Rowan talking to this mysterious figure? Is he talking to himself and the other character? Are we going to say the same thing that we saw with Bo Dallas transferring into Uncle Howdy? What are we getting? This is going to be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Up next, Dom comes out first, and while Jay's making his entrance, Dom flies out and attacks him. We get Dominic versus Jay Uso. We get a good solid match. We get a commercial break, and Jay is looking to end it, but here comes Liv Morgan here to pull Dom out of the way. Dom pleads with her to leave and leave him alone. Jay with the baseball slide sends Dom on top of Liv. Liv rolls him over, so she's on top. She cradles his face, but here comes Rhea. Liv runs out through the crowd and up the stairs. Ray stands on the step to watch Liv leave up the steps in the crowd. Dom tries to talk to Rhea. She turns and tells him to get back to the ring and finish it. Dom enters Jay with a spear. Jay with a Uso splash. 1, 2, 3. Jay Uso gets a big win here over Dominic Mysterio. The story continues, but this is a lot of fun in this moment.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of more fun. Of course, afterwards, we come back. Rhea telling Dom in the back that she doesn't belong to anyone, but Dom belongs to her. She gives him a flower, and then he walks away, and we get more of the China Eddie Guerrero. It's beautiful.
Oh, yes. Yes, it is. I got into a conversation with my brother about Rhea, because he is a huge Rhea Ripley supporter. Yeah, this is just getting very interesting. And like I said, if everyone our age range, if you watched Eddie in China, I mean, just enjoy it, because this is great.
Yes. Very good stuff. Very good stuff. Anyways, we head to the ring, and here's Chad Gable, and he's here to announce that he solved the greatest mystery ever in the WWE. He's figured out who ran GTV. Never mind. Sorry. He figured out the true identity of Uncle Howdy. It's Bo Dallas. Do you believe that it's Bo Dallas behind the Uncle Howdy mask? Anyways, he calls out Bo, and they're going to solve this little problem. Do not make him wait. Gable then waits. Out comes Bo Dallas. No music, just unblinking eyes. As he came his way down the ramp, the Creed brothers come out from behind and attack Bo Dallas. They send him into the barricade a few times. Brutus pounces Bo into the barricade. Julius lifts Bo by the head and sends him into the ring post back first. Julius sends Bo into the ring, and he lays in front of a crowd. Gable holds the hands of the Creed brothers up in the air without realizing Bo Dallas is laughing his ass off. Pretty much the whole time he's getting beat. They finally notice. Gable kicks him in the stomach. Bo crawls, but the brothers grab him. Gable removes his jacket, starts laying in on him with some elbows. Bo continues to laugh. Gable with the rights to the jaw. Bo laughs. Knee to Bo. Then a double team from the brothers. Bo continues to laugh even as Gable locks up from behind and hits a German suplex. And speaking of beatdowns, I forgot we talked about one thing off air. when Dominic was beating on Jay, he was repeatedly telling, "That's my mommy. Leave my mommy alone." I forgot to even mention that. But anyways, Gable holds up the hands again, assuming the problem's been taken care of. But Bo Dallas is laughing in the corner, even while withering in pain. He says, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah." Gable grabs him by the face and says, "What are you laughing at? What's so funny?" And Bo goes, "There you are." The infamous line that we're getting. So there's something that triggers this all. The lights dim, go dimmer, and then out. The fireflies are alive. The arena fills with fog. Gable and the Creeds go back to back to back. A single light at the top of the ramp. And here comes the others with the lantern walking down to the ringside in full get up. They stand on the apron. The Creed brothers get ready with Chad Gable to look to fight. Gable eventually backs down and clears out of the ring. The Creeds stand there for a little bit longer, but officially decide they're leaving. They circle around. Oh, they leave. And the Wyatt Six step into the ring as Bo Dallas crawls into the middle of the ring, kneeling. The lantern is placed in front of him. He does the Bray Wyatt pose on his knees with his arms extended, as the rest of these creatures surrounded him. And we have the official arrival of the Wyatt Six in a moment that just kind of sent chills up and down your spine. This stuff just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah. Like I said, I want to see where they're going with this. I mean, yeah, it's slow and it's a slow burn. And I know Mr. Clarke has mentioned he's not a fan of the slow burn.
Well, this slow burn,
but this is too beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is beautiful, and let it play out so we can get we can get where it heads next.
Yes. Anyways, it's time for the Intercontinental Championship. It's time for the main event. Sami Zayn defending the Intercontinental Championship against Alien and Dragunov, and this is a good, solid match. Both men gave it everything until the very end, when out of nowhere, Braun Breaker shows up. He is here. He runs around the ring and spears Alien Dragunov, which causes a DQ, giving Dragunov the win. Match went 10 minutes, 48 seconds. Braun tries to attack Sami. Sami sends him into the ring. Sami enters, back body drop to Sami. Braun rips his shirt off and hits the ropes again and again and again, hitting a spear, leaving Sami crippled, laying in the middle of the ring as Braun Breaker stood over him, and Raw went off the air. So I think we're going to get Ilya Dragunov versus Braun Breaker versus Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental title going into SummerSlam. So, good match, good solid match. Can't wait to see what we're going to see from all of this.
Right.
And if this
Go
ahead.
Go ahead. No, all right. This right here, I mean, if you didn't see this coming, then you're not paying attention. I just don't know. This is one of those times where I don't know who's going to walk out with that belt.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens and how it all plays out. It's gotten very, very interesting. It's going to be a good show. Can't wait for SummerSlam. It's going to be here sooner than we know it. We are now sitting at the middle.
When's the last time that we've seen the Intercontinental title as a main event?
It's been a while.
On a Raw.
But we're in the middle of the month. We're halfway there. 2 more weeks, and we'll be at SummerSlam, Cleveland Brown Stadium. Jelly Roll is going to perform twice at the show.
Oh, yeah.
Logan Paul will be defending the U.S. title against LA Knight. Solo Sikoa and Cody Rhodes for the Undisputed Championship. The world title on the line. Damian Priest versus Gunther. Mommy Rhea freaking Ripley is going to defend, or is going to take on Liv Morgan for the women's world title. Bayley going to defend against Nia Jax. So much to look forward to. Drew McIntyre to either Seth Rollins or CM Punk or some combination of some sort. All this stuff coming up to you. SummerSlam is getting red hot. The show's getting red hot. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good damn time in the city of rock and roll. The city that rocks, Cleveland, Ohio. There'll be more action at SummerSlam in Cleveland Stadium than there will be the whole NFL season. Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Damn!
There'll be more wins in Cleveland Browns Stadium during SummerSlam than the Browns will do all season.
Oh, that's even worse. And you're not wrong. Oh my goodness. No, I don't feel bad about that at all either.
Tell me when I'm telling lies. Now, if you thought this show
It's
was
gonna be-
boring, I don't know what to tell you. We have 40% for awesome, 40% for good, and 20% for boring out of the 5 votes we got. We thank you all for voting. We thank you all, especially Mr. Jin freaking Ping, for bringing us breaking news. But we thank you all for always being a part of the show, putting in your input. If this was boring to you, then I guess you need to tune in Wednesday to Dynamite 250, where you're going to have pay-per-view quality TV, and I guess the arrival of Yao Ming, as he's going to become all elite, according to Mr. Jin freaking Ping. The Ping to the Con to the Ming.
Mr. Ping, thank you for the breaking news.
Yes, the Ping told us about the breaking news with the Ming. How he made the Con sign the Ming. We can get tongue twister tied here. Anyways, tomorrow, New Japan Pro Wrestling Rebound Podcast will be up on the Patreon page. The Patreon page is in the description of this video below. Go click on it, sign up. The membership's absolutely free. You just got to sign up for the free membership so you can see the New Japan Pro Wrestling New Japan Pro Wrestling Rebound Podcast. If you don't want it early, it'll be on the YouTube channel on Wednesday for everybody to see. So if you want to wait 24 hours, then I guess you can do that. But that's your choice. Join us every morning for This Date in Wrestling History. We're going to learn something about that happened in this date in wrestling history. We'll be back on Friday with your SmackDown post-show review, where we should have some more information, some more insight of what's going on there. Lots of great stuff. Raw was a good show. Wrestling's good. Overall, we had a fun weekend. And I don't know if we're going to get done ever thanking Matt Cardona for doing what he did. And I don't know if he'll ever understand.
No, he will get. We will give him his flowers every time.
Yes, I don't know if he'll ever understand just how much of appreciation he gave to grown men doing that, because I don't think he understands just how much we sat here, talked about it, and delivering it is a whole nother level. Making it happen, and just the pure excitement of making 2 hardcore wrestling fans for about as long as I think he's been in wrestling. I mean, we're going back to, what is it now? The 80s, the 90s, 90 to 10. Well, no, that's 20, 30. I'm a 40-year fan. That's insane. So, I mean, I
shared that video to a diehard wrestling fan on another fan page, and they were like, "You got chopped by the indie god." Like,
yes.
But I mean, everyone says Zack Ryder, but one person correct everybody, and they go, "No, that's the indie god. That's who chopped that man." He goes, "I salute you for that one." He goes, "That had to hurt."
Yes. Tell me, go out there and find me some other YouTuber in the IWC that's been chopped by the indie god. You know, I like to see you guys do it. I like to see one particular guy get off and go out there and, get chopped. Take it like a man.
Has he happened to be from New York?
If my big man right here could take that chop, and I mean, that's just commendable. And again, Matt Cardona, we thank you. We honestly, from the bottom of our heart, it was a privilege and honor to do that. We thank you for doing it. You may think it's funny. I don't, we appreciate it. You helped us. You're going to help this channel in so many ways, because you're going to be a big face of this now, and allowing us to do that, have that moment, and, giving us even the shout out. It is more than we could ask for it. And you made us men, grown ass men, giggle and laugh, and we still giggle and laugh about it. Until Mr. C giggles and laughs so hard his chest starts hurting again, and he's like, "Oh yeah, still feel the burn." Or is that from the salsa chili that you made today?
Woo! Oh, that tasted beautiful. That came out beautiful.
On fire.
Thank you again, sir, for that.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
We're fresh out of the garden, my friend. So.
Oh yeah, that was good stuff. But yeah, no, he Matt Cardona, sir, thank you so much. We really do appreciate it. My chest still feels it. I posted a picture last night on Facebook saying, damn, there's still a mark.
We appreciate you, Matt Cardona. You gave this channel some credibility, and we'll never, ever, ever stop praising our boy, our friend, our ally, our partner, a man we have the utmost respect for, and would do anything he asked us to at this point, because he has done so much for us as a little channel. I know
Mm-hmm.
he has a deep history with Mr. Z. They go way back, and Mr. Z got this connection, but he has stepped up. And I know that we promised there's an interview. It's coming. We talked about it this weekend. He promised us that it's going to happen. It's just timing, and that's life. Sometimes everything's just got to come together at the right time because we want it to be the best. We don't want to just do some interview on a fly and it not be the best everything we got. Because we want to bring the best for you. Because not only do we want the best, he deserves the best. You all deserve the best. And AJ Kirsch, we thank you. We thank you for everything you do. We appreciate you.
Appreciate
more
you.
than we can put into words, and we hope that we can do a lot more in other realms as we go forward. That'll help you. That'll help us, and we don't mind putting your name out there. Whatever next project you do, we know he's going to be celebrating for several weeks as he started heading to Burning Man, so that's going to be a big deal. He'll be gone for a while. Off into that. If that's your thing, have fun.
Yeah, be safe and have fun. It's going to be a hot one, that's for sure.
Just make sure you clean up after yourself, because I've heard some horror stories about the messes that some of them leave behind. Make sure you clean up that area up there. But anywho, lots of great stuff are coming down the pipeline. I promise you, we got an AJ Kirsch interview coming, hopefully within the next month. Got to fine tune that.
Yeah.
We got SPW. We're going to work with Supreme Pro Wrestling out of Elk Grove, Sacramento, California. That'll begin in August because we're a little tied up this month because there's already precursors or pre-plans. And then after, right now, Mr. Z is going to go away for a little bit. He's going to be gone for about a week and a half till the end of the month?
Yes, the end of the month.
So he'll be back at the end of the month. Right after the end of the month, we're going to pick up into this stuff. We're going to push. We know that Realm of Warriors Championship Wrestling, who we talk about here, we love them. They were the first. They will always hold a special place in our hearts as they welcomed us into their show, as they welcomed us into being basically almost a part of their family now, which we love and respect so much for. We can't wait to work with them. Again, we'll see them on October 26th is the date as of it is now. And then Supreme Pro Wrestling, we know every third Sunday, if I remember that correctly, every third Sunday of the month, they have a show up in the Elk Grove, Sacramento area. And so we know we're going to be every third Sunday now. That's just going to have to be dated in the book. So Mr. Z is going to have to do
one more thing when you talk about Supreme Pro Wrestling, go on our channel right now. There is the interview that is up with Boyce LeGrant and Bobby Calloway. Please check it out. It's great stuff, both of them.
And we're gonna bring more stuff like that because we've got total almost open door with SPW. We talked to the Booker man, and he's given his blessing, and we are excited, and we promise that we are going to be working with them come August because it really takes a two-man team to do what we need to do. It's hard for a one-man show to try and pull off what we got to do, and so hopefully we're looking to hopefully get some real headphones with commentators and sit there and really give good commentating this time. But it's going to be fun. We're going to be there. We're going to tell fans to come out there. Hopefully we'll get some cards. We'll get that in there. But we told you, ladies and gentlemen, we want to support independent wrestling. If you're an independent wrestler in the California area, if you're an independent wrestler anywhere, really, we don't care. We can do a Zoom. We can do a Facebook Messenger call. We can do an interview over the computer. We want to support independent wrestling across the board, whatever it is. And hell, if you're a big leaguer, if you're an AEW star that wants to come on, if you're a WWE star that can come on, we'd love to have that too. It's not just independents, but we really want to push the independents because nobody else is doing that. Nobody else is really telling the independent scenes, hey, here's who's here. Here's the stars of tomorrow that are out here. Here's some of the big names that you need to watch for. Because hey, we were one of the ones that were out here tapping on Jacob Pod 2, going that there's. Now I know there's a lot of people who are talking about Jacob Pod 2, but when it comes to podcasting. We were one of the first that were going, Jacob Fatu. And when the news broke that he signed, we were the ones saying every week, wait until he shows up. And what an impact he's made already.
Oh, yeah.
So we're excited about that. And that's why we want to get in independent wrestling. We want to find these stars of tomorrow, all these guys that are coming up in the ranks that are going to be major stars in there, or even just having the fun of enjoying it. Because it's professional wrestling and it's something we all love to do. And who knows what we'll get into. You never know what doors will open. You never know what could come next. You never know what parts are next.
we are excited that we are kicking this door in, folks. and
Marty
help us
Richards
break
might
it
take
down.
some people to church and start his own stable. You never know. Tell me you couldn't see Marty Richards having a stable of wrestlers or being a manager. I mean, I think Marty Richards.
Oh, that'd be great.
It could be.
Well, I mean, when a couple of those interviews I did, I got to meet their managers, their handlers. So I mean, Marty Richards can fit right in there with them.
Marty Richards to the world. It's be very interesting. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for being here. We thank you for tuning in each and every week. This has been your Monday Night Raw post show. We'll be breaking down everything on Monday Night Raw tomorrow. Patreon, New Japan Rebound podcast. Wednesday, it'll be on the YouTube. Friday, SmackDown post show review. Other stuff coming in the week. There'll probably be a big time rants. Will there be other videos? We'll see. Maybe it's time for the next Wrestling Collectibles show to come up on the channel. And of course, every day, as we march to 365, there's this date in wrestling history that we're going to give out. So there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff to talk about, lots of big things to get into. And as you can see, I have a growing collection of collectibles that are growing back here that we can definitely get and talk to. I think my next one, I'm going to share what I got at Stockton Con when I met Kevin Nash. That's going to be an amazing time right there. Ladies and gentlemen, on the big time, that's Mr. Z. And we will see you on the next one.
Good night, folks.